And welcome back. How about this week we do skincare to put on your Christmas wish list, which means that they're quite expensive, but they are absolutely my all-time favourite skincare buys, and they pack a punch, they're powerful, and they will give you the results you want. Where to start? Let's start by saying, is it ever really politically correct to give somebody skincare for Christmas? And I say that because skincare that is pampering isn't the sort of skincare I generally use. So the skincare I love, that I buy, that I'm obsessed with, is results driven, and it tends to be problem solving. So when you're giving it to somebody, you're sort of saying, I realise you think you've got a problem with your skin. I don't have a problem with that. I own the fact that I'm getting older. I own the fact that I've got pigmentation issues, that I might want a little bit of firming and brightening. I haven't got a problem with it. But maybe it's not for everybody, but it is for the skincare aficionados out there. These are my absolutely favourite skincare products to put on your wish list because somebody else is buying them and some of them are quite expensive. Where do we start? Let's do it by brand, shall we? Let's start with the brand that you know I love, Paula's Choice. What would I choose from Paula's Choice if I was to choose three things? Well, I would choose first the 1% retinol treatment. I absolutely love it. I think it's a gold standard. It's unfragranced. It's balanced out with a whole load of beautiful emollients and other ingredients, including peptides and vitamin C. It's just brilliant. I've never had a reaction to it. Go gently if you're not used to a retinol, but it's absolutely one of my gold standard retinols. This is the 1% clinical retinol for Paula's Choice. What else is on my list? Well, this is actually, despite the fact that I don't really think most people need eye products, this is the most common eye cream that I recommend for people. This is the Paula's Choice Ceramide Enriched Firming Eye Cream. The reason I mention it is because it has peptides and vitamin C and it has retinol in, but it's formulated specifically for the eye area. If you're not used to using a retinol, I can take that right up around my eyes. I know, I'm tough, down onto my neck and onto my chest. This is your introductory product. What I love about this product is it's got everything your eyes could possibly need. It's hydrating, but it's lightweight. It's got retinol, it's got peptides, it's got vitamin C. It's niacinamide. It's just wonderful. It's a great eye product if you're thinking about buying an eye product. And the third product would be C15 Booster. It's a gold standard vitamin C. It's in a dropper format. The three of them form the basis of a really lovely routine. If you're going to go to Paula's Choice, go and have a look at the entire range, but they are three absolute classics that I go back to time and time again. Let's mention another range that you know I love, and it's really hard to find just three out of this range. It's SKINCEUTICALS, obviously. I'm going to start by saying CE Ferulic is absolutely still my go-to everyday skin brightener antioxidant. I love it. It's a really powerful 15% L-ascorbic acid, the active form of vitamin C, plus it's got a 1% vitamin E complex in it, plus it's got 0.5% ferulic acid in it, and that basically balances it out so that they can recharge within themselves, because obviously L-ascorbic acid is highly unstable. The minute you open the top, it starts to oxidize, so you need to use this within, they probably say 6 to 8 weeks. I would say 3 months, but I do love it. And it's my most often used vitamin C. And then I top it off with the HA Intensifier, which is their hyaluronic acid with prazoline in it, which means that you've got 2 sugars that lock within the skin and hydrate the skin and lock water into the skin. I really like those products. If I was to choose another product on top, I would obviously use the METACELL Skin Renewal B3, which is their niacinamide serum. It's beautiful. It's a gel cream formula, goes on beautifully. Most days I could put my makeup straight on top of that. So I would use the vitamin C, the CE Ferulic, then the HA Intensifier, then this, and I'd be ready to go. You'll not be surprised by any of the products that I would put on my skincare wish list, are you? Surely not. Okay, let's mention a range that I haven't mentioned for a while that you might be surprised if you haven't heard me talk about, and that is EPIONCE. And for a long time when I was on magazines, I was using this. This is a brilliant daily oxidant serum. I really love it. It's the EPIONCE Intense Defense Serum, and it's basically a cocktail of antioxidants. But rather than being in a sort of dropper, slightly lightweight serum, it's in a slightly richer base like that. So it's that classic milky serum that's hydrating. And I think it goes beautifully on top of standalone vitamin C's, but it also works really well on its own. And it's more of a sort of, don't have to think about which individual antioxidant you want. It's a cocktail of antioxidants, and it's lovely. Such a nice product. For years I used this product when I worked on magazines, and they were really focusing on educating journalists about great skincare. I really love this. Within that range also, they have a really lovely product called Intensive Nourishing Cream, and and I've used it for quite a long time, and it's the equivalent of triple lipid from SKINCEUTICALS. It's really beautiful cream, really rich. They have in fact reformulated their Intense Nourishing Cream. The new formula is much thicker and more occlusive. I like both of the formulations. Probably the original Intensive Nourishing Cream is more for my skin type. It's more of a gel cream. Let me show it to you. There you go. And the other one is slightly more thicker and occlusive, better for drier skins. Go and check out EPIONCE. What else have I got? Well, this year I met Jordan Samuel for the first time, and I met him at a Caroline Hirons event, and we hit it off straight away. He's got an absolutely wicked sense of humour, and he sent me 3 products, and I've fallen for all 3 of them. The first one is this one. It's the MATINEE cream cleanser, and I've been using it most nights since it's arrived. I team it with a microfiber cloth like this. It gets rid of every scrap of makeup. It's a really interesting, it's a slightly sort of off creamy, oat milky colour cleanser. Works beautifully. Takes off every scrap of makeup. If you team it with a microfiber cloth, it will get rid of eye makeup. Otherwise, you might need a separate eye makeup remover. It leaves your skin hydrating, calm. It's unfragranced. I really like the smell of it. Almost smells slightly sort of clay oaty, but I don't know if I'm imagining that. I just really like it. It's a cult classic for a good reason. And then he also sent me his antioxidant serum, which I really love. This is actually a resveratrol, which is the extract of grapeseed extract. It's a resveratrol antioxidant base, but it's also got a green tea extract in it as well. I'm not sure I would use it on its own. I would probably layer it over the top of a really powerful vitamin C, but that's because I like the brightening effect of that. These are products for supporting your skin if you're going through a retinol or a vitamin C journey, maybe even an acne journey. These are lovely, supportive, barrier, repair, strengthening products. And this is a really lovely glycerin-based serum. So it's really nice. It's quite hydrating. And then the other one I used last week, and I don't know if you noticed it in the foreground of my video last week, this is the Hydrating Face Mist, and it's absolutely lovely. Again, I like his products, they're unfragranced. This is super hydrating, and I use it as a really good basis for my makeup, for concealer, but also for refreshing my skin during the day if it's really dry at this time of year. So they are my 3 hero products from Jordan Samuel. Thank you for sending them to me, Jordan. Now, one other brand I want to mention, and I couldn't mention Skincare Heroes without mentioning Medik8. I absolutely love Medik8. I know that the R-retinoate, the Intense, and then the Day is sort of their gold standard. So it's a combination of retinaldehydes, which is the next metabolic pathway up from retinol, so they're powerful, and retinol propionate, which is another form, another metabolite of retinol, vitamin A in the skin. They're very, very powerful. To me, they're very slightly fragranced, and I can't work out whether they're supposed to be fragranced or whether it's just the side effect of some of the plant oils they put in. But they, trust me, they're a powerful combination. They are quite expensive. I have to say, for me still, I absolutely love Crystal Retinol. They have a 1, which is 0.1% retinaldehyde, a 3, which is a 0.3% retinaldehyde, and a 6, which is a 0.6% retinaldehyde. And that's the step in which you use them. You start with 0.1, or the 1, as they call it, but it's actually 0.1% retinaldehyde. You go on to the 3 and then the 6. And what I love about these is they are super hydrating. They're beautifully formulated. They're in a carrot seed oil, so they're hydrating enough. You could put a moisturizer over the top if you want either triple lipid or something like the Intensive Nourishing Cream from EPIONCE, but actually they're enough on their own. And if you're thinking about being serious about your next step up from retinol, if you've worked your way up from 0.3%, most over-the-counter ones are that, to 1% like PAULA'S Choice, and you want the next step up, Crystal Retinol is the thing. And I do think, let's be honest here, Medik8 are probably your go-to company for amazing retinoids. They just are. Other products I love within that range, they have a really great TETRA, which is a vitamin C and L-ascorbic acid serum. And I also love their HYDRA B5 Intense, which is their hydrating serum. So that's what I would go for from Medik8. It's interesting, isn't it? I do love these. I've got this on my bedside and I've been using this for a while. I've had zero irritation from it. I get on with it really, really well. But it is, to me, it smells slightly fragranced. And I need to ask Dan Isaacs if it is a byproduct of some of the plant oils that they've put in there, some of the flower oils that they put in there, rather than fragrance itself. Because they're a serious skincare company. I don't get that bothered about fragrance. I really don't. And then I'm going to finish with something that's slightly different for me, but only because it launches today exclusively in Selfridges. And it reminds me of looking back through skincare archives, which I love, but also I used this brand for a really, really long time before I got into high levels of vitamin C and retinols and acids and things like that. And this is Estee Lauder. And they have a 75th birthday limited edition collective exclusively at Selfridges. And they've reissued their archive packaging. And it's just so beautiful. Have a look at that. I'll do some close-up pictures for it. I absolutely love it. And this is going to be exclusive to Selfridges just for a short period of time. I presume it'll be over by Christmas. So in the kit is an advanced night repair serum, which obviously didn't come in that packaging originally because it was only launched it was the first serum I ever used. Probably launched about 20 years ago. There's a revitalizing super night cream. There's a soft clean, which is the really lovely rinse off cleanser, wipe off cleanser. And then there's an eye cream. I'll be really honest with you. I don't think that there are many people that wouldn't love to get that, even if they never actually use them. They just keep it on the side for posing with, because I think it's beautiful. Well done everybody at Estee Lauder. I absolutely love this packaging. You will find this packaging if you ever get the chance to look at, say, Lisa Eldridge's archive of vintage products. I just think it's absolutely lovely. When Lisa Eldridge recently did a pop-up, she had these products on the side, the original ones, and I just think it's amazing. I absolutely love it. I think most companies should relaunch some of their archive packaging. I just think it's beautiful. So there you go. That's my sort of vintage gorgeous gift that you would give anybody that's been around a while. I mean, that's way before my time, that packaging, and still I can appreciate it. But otherwise what I've chosen is active-led skincare that maybe if you haven't asked for, you might be slightly offended to get. But trust me, there isn't a intellectual skin aficionado out there that doesn't know how great those products are. I should put all the details of all the products down below. Next week, I'm going to do night creams, because so many of you have asked me for active night creams. So really intensive, rich creams that work well at night to repair your barrier function and to brighten and hydrate and repair your skin while you sleep. And then I'm also going to do a last minute Christmas gift list for fragrances, but I'm going to be looking at a lot of high street fragrances that are amazing. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you soon.